So is it possible to turn any passion, skill, hobby, or expertise into a business that makes at least $10,000 per month? Absolutely, because last year I took one of my expertises and turned it into a $2 million per year business, from 0 to $2 million in 12 months with a brand new business. Also, I used this exact same system as I'm gonna show you today to win an Alex Hormozi business competition where I won $100,000 from Alex Hormozi because I used this system so well. So I won 100K. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna give you guys the system today. And basically what I will do is that I will take you from A to C in 5 very simple steps, showing you how you can turn any passion, skill, or hobby or expertise into a profitable and scalable online business. And oh, by the way, this is something that we dive deeper into inside of our program called Course. So if you want to learn more about that, you can click the link below and book a call with our team, and we'll see you there. Yeah, let's dive into it. Let's talk about how you can turn hobby into money. So step number 1, right, is to do very simple YouTube videos, right? YouTube has billions of active monthly users on their platform, and we don't create traffic from YouTube. The traffic is already there, right? But what we can do is that we can take a small piece of that traffic to ourselves, right? So this is a very big mindset shift that I want people to understand, is that you don't create traffic from YouTube. The traffic is already there. You can just create very simple YouTube videos and you can get some of that traffic. It's one of the, if not the biggest opportunities that we have online today, is to stand in front of a camera like this one, very simply, give some value, and then you can get traffic to yourself and to your business, right? And I will tell you about how we monetize and how we make money from all of this very soon, right? And no, it's not ad revenue and none of that stuff, right? And so the first step here really is to create very simple YouTube videos. And YouTube videos that normally work really well is just how to or how I, right? So the title of this video, I'll have to double check what it's gonna be, but basically how to turn your hobby into a $10,000 per month business, right? Or it could be how I turned my expertise into a $200,000 per month business. Right? So creating very simple videos like this and titles like this doesn't have to be more complex, right? The next thing is value over gear and editing, right? So when you create a video, right? If you have something that you're good at, like golfing or knitting, or maybe you know how to run ads pretty well, or maybe you know some business skills, or maybe you know some education skills or focusing skills, or whatever skill you have, whatever hobby you have, you can make how to or how I videos about that and focus on the value. Don't care about the editing, don't care about the gear. As you can see in this video, minimal editing, because I don't care about this. The only thing you care about as the viewer is that, is there any value that I can get from the video, right? Because this trips people up. They think they need the most expensive camera, super expensive editing skills and all of this stuff to be able to make good videos. No, you don't. You just do how to or how I videos and you share a lot of value. That's it. The third point here is quality over quantity. And what I mean by that is when it comes to YouTube views, we all have this false belief and this misconception from just scrolling on social media so much ourselves, right? That every single piece of content we see has like millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views. And we think that we need to have that to be able to make money from YouTube. Not at all. You can make really, really good money from having a small audience, but a quality audience, than having a huge audience, but there are no buyers in there. And I know this to be a fact. There's a YouTuber that has like 2.7 million followers or subscribers on YouTube, and he made like $25,000 last year from his channel, right? Yeah, 25K is great, but if you have 2.7 million followers and you make $25,000 in a whole year, that's not a lot at all. And then there's people with less than 10,000 subscribers and get like 1,000 views per video, and they make $1 to $2 million per year. Right? There's people with less than around 100,000 subscribers making millions per month, right? So it's not about quantity, the amount of views that we're getting, it's about quality. But then the next thing becomes like, we need to, when we have a quality audience, a small quality audience, we need to monetize it in the right way. I'm gonna talk about that later in this video as well. But don't focus on like massive amounts of views. Focus on a small quality audience that you can monetize more effectively. The next thing is to focus on the input over the output, right? So instead of focusing on the views all the time, or the results, or the sales, or all of that stuff that you can, kind of the KPIs that you can, or the metrics that you can track, right? It's great to be aware of them and look at them, but you need to focus on input more, right? So you can't really control the output. If I put out the video like this, I have no idea how many views it's gonna get. I have no idea how many sales it's gonna generate. So I can't control that. But what I can control is that I can create more videos. I can create more how-to videos. I can try to give even more value. I can try to focus more on the quality over quantity. And so I can't control the input. And then if I do a good work of the stuff that I can control, hopefully the output becomes better as well, right? And then finally is consistency over luck, right? Especially with YouTube, when you make very simple YouTube videos, if you're just consistent with it and you get some help as well over time, and you start to figure out like, oh, when I do these types of videos with these types of subjects, then they work. So, hey, this video worked, that video didn't work. Let me do more of what did work, right? And then we just stay consistent with that over time, and we don't rely upon luck. We focus on the input. We don't care about the output so much. If it works, that's great, right? But we focus on consistency, focusing on the input, focus on quality. We focus on giving value, and we do how-to and how-why videos. And this is a great recipe to make very simplistic YouTube videos that will get traffic for you. Again, right? We're not creating traffic on YouTube. The traffic is already there, but we can attract some of that traffic to us, and then we can take that to whatever product it is that we're promoting, right? That we're going to talk a little bit more about now. Which now takes me to step number 2, right? Which is giving away a free resource. This is basically a lead magnet, right? Because as soon as you start to produce simple YouTube videos and you start to get traction and people start to follow you, right? Then we need to take them off YouTube into your own platform, right? You basically want to take them from YouTube to your own thing. We want to funnel them. This is what's called a funnel, right? So if we basically have like a funnel like this, right? And down here is the sale. And so up here is basically YouTube. And so we want to funnel them through different stages and move them and funnel them towards the sale, right? So we've already talked about YouTube. And step number 2 here is basically to give away a lead magnet or something free. So I'm gonna write here like free value. And you're already giving free value on YouTube, right? When you watch a YouTube video like this, you are already given value in those videos, right? How I did X or how to do X. And you're building trust with those videos, you're building credibility, you're showing that you're an authority, that you know this space, etc., right? But then what we want to do is that we want to pitch something free. This is what's called a lead magnet again, right? It can be a free resource, a free guide, a free PDF, a free video. It can also be something, what I'm doing here, which is I give away a free course and I give away a free school community, right? So, and the reason why I give away a free course is because I believe that, or this is what I learned from Alex Hormozi. He said that the ultimate lead magnet is giving away something for free that people are used to pay money for, right? So again, the ultimate lead magnet is giving away something for free that people are used to pay money for. So a lot of people out there, they're charging money for courses, right? They're charging a lot of money for courses. And so when I create a free course on my topic, then that's very valuable, right? Because why would you pay money for it if you can get a better course for free, right? So we give something away for free, something of value. Again, PDF, workbook, guide, whatever it is. Or the ultimate one, which I believe is the best, is to give away a free course. And I use a platform for this called Skool, which makes it super simple to build online communities, build online courses, and provide a free resource of massive value for free, right? The whole idea why we're doing this is because we want to take them from YouTube into your platform, right? And your platform then basically becomes your school community, right? So we funnel them from YouTube, we give something of free value, and then what happens as well is that we start to generate emails, right? Because when they opt in for in my case, for my free course, people have to leave their emails to get my free course, right? And exchanging an email address for a free course is pretty cheap, right? It's like, yeah, leave my email and I'm gonna get a free course that can help me to make money online, right? So here we're basically getting emails. And I like, emails are extremely underrated. I had an email list of like 80 to 100,000 people because I built up my free course here to now close to 100,000 people. But last year I had tens of thousands of people in my email list. And I didn't send any emails. I was ignoring it. I was like, I don't know. I don't really know what I should write in my emails, right? And then I started thinking about it, and I hired a guy and started talking with the guy. He was like, "Why don't you email your list?" I was like, I don't know. I email it sometimes. And it's like, let's fix this, right? So we started sending more emails, and what happened? Well, we generated more money because we then took them from YouTube into my free course. We generated emails, and then we basically pitched them to our product, right? Which then generated the actual money, right? So this is basically how we funnel them. And we're gonna talk more about what this paid offer and what this paid product is now in just a second. But this is basically step 2, I missed that, which is give a free resource. Simple YouTube videos into a free resource, and then we start funneling them down to the actual sale. So now step number 3, right, becomes to create the actual paid offer. So what type of paid offer should you create? Well, when you sell stuff online, you can really only sell 4 different things. You can either sell your time, which is with the service, right? Basically coaching or consulting, right? Which is your time, which is great when you start because you're just selling your time. It doesn't cost anything. You can learn a skill and you can sell that. The downside though is that it's not scalable. And if you look at all of the people online right now with YouTube channels, how they make money, most of them are not selling their time. They have a more scalable product, right? Or scalable business model. So let's remove that. The second thing you can sell is basically software, right? Which is great because now it's scalable. You can charge monthly recurring subscriptions with it, right? Or yearly subscription with it as well. And it's scalable and it's amazing. You can make a lot of money. Some of the biggest companies in the world are software companies. The downside though is, it's very hard to build the software and it's super expensive to hire engineers. So not very beginner friendly. The third thing is that you sell physical products, right? So basically e-commerce. It's scalable, it's great. Downside though, you need to create the physical product, you need to store it, you need to ship it, you need to have a warehouse, you have refunds, and the profit margins are very low. So let's skip that as well. And then the final thing you can do is to sell information, right? You do YouTube videos where you share information, and then you can have a free resource, which is a free course, sharing more information for free, and then you promote something that is paid, like a free course. That's what I do. That's what I teach people how to do as well. Start YouTube, sell courses, right? But we have to take it step by step. You start a YouTube channel, then you create a free resource, like a free course, and then what you learn how to do is to basically take people from your free course, right, into your paid. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about how we actually do this, right? And what I recommend to do as a paid thing is to, instead of just only having a free school community, you now also do a paid school community. And the reason why I love Skool so much is because it's a super simple platform to use. And they basically have 3 different C's, right? So C number 1, so they have 3 different C's. You have community, you also have classrooms, which is basically courses. And you also have calendar, where you can host calls, webinars, Q&A calls, all of this stuff, right? And also another cool thing about Skool is that you have like 2 of the co-founders are Sam Ovens and Alex Hormozi. And so Sam Ovens is an amazing entrepreneur. He is the one who taught me how to get started in online business, basically. And he used to run a company called consulting.com, where they made tens of millions of dollars per year, right? And then eventually he scaled down his company, and they were like 5-6 people turning over I think they had like $5 or $6 million per year in profit, doing really, really well in the online education space. And then he was like, nah, he wanted to move into the software space. So he started to build his own online education platform, learning everything that he used to build his own online education business before. And then he built Skool, right? And then also Alex Hormozi became a co-owner and investor in Skool. And if you're on YouTube looking at business stuff all the time, I'm sure you've seen Alex Hormozi, right? And that's how I won those $100,000 last year as well in a business competition, which was a school. And I placed number 1 and I won 100K in that by generating $260,000 in 30 days using everything that I'm talking about here today, right? So Skool is really, really good. It's great. And we use a free Skool community into a paid. I'm gonna break down now in the next point kind of how we do that, right? So free into paid, we have a paid Skool community. And the great thing about Skool as well is that we can use monthly or yearly subscriptions, right? So either you can charge $100 per month for your Skool community, or you can charge $1,000 per year, right? And there's pros and cons with both. A pro when you charge monthly, right, is that the barrier of entry is very low, right? If like getting a full online course in a program for $100 per month is very, very cheap. So you'll have a lot of people who join your online course, right? The downside though is that you'll have to combat churn, right? Or churn is basically that, hey, like you buy into a course for $100. Let's say you complete the course in a month, then, you know, people leave, right? And they don't continue to pay for it. And there are things that you can do to combat churn, right? And then the other alternative is that you sell yearly, right? So maybe you sell your course for $1,000 per year. And now when they pay $1,000, you keep them for a full year, which is great because now you're combating churn, right? But the downside is that it's more money to invest for a full year than it is for investing for a month. So there's pros and cons with everything. Last year, I only did monthly, and we took that to, peaked at $300,000 per month. Now this year, we're just going all into yearly subscriptions because we've helped so many people now. We have kind of proven this model ourselves. We know that it's working for us and for a lot of people. And we just want to get people in who are like committed for the full year, right? And we're also giving away a lot already on YouTube and in our free course. So like if people are serious, then they join with year, right? And then the final thing is that when you do your paid offer, you can then also, you can give your customers more help and more support as well, right? So basically how you do it in your free, here's how you can think about it, right? So we can dive into this a little bit more because a lot of people are wondering like, how much do I give away in the free and like, what do I give away in the paid? This is a very, very common question. So how I want you to think about this, right, is you have people, and we normally call that a market, right? A market is basically just people. So if I write market here, because I remember I thought that word was just so complex. What do people mean when they mean a marketplace? They basically just mean a bunch of people, right, who are interested in a certain thing, right? So let's say we have a bunch of people here, and all of those people are interested in buying a new smartphone right now. These people are the marketplace, potential buyers for buying phones, right? Or you have people who want to stop smoking, right? Now you have a bunch of people who want to stop smoking, so they buy nicotine gum. So now you have a marketplace of people that want to stop smoking, right? So how the economy works in the whole world is that you basically have a bunch of people, right, in the world, and they are currently here and they want to get here, right? So you have, let's see here, so you have current situation, and you also have a desired situation, right? So you have current situation and desired situation. You have people who don't have an iPhone today, but they want an iPhone. Or you have people who are currently smoking and they want to stop smoking. Or you have people who want to travel to Spain. They're not in Spain, they're in Sweden right now and they want to travel to Spain, right? So how the economy works is that you have people who are here, they want to get here, and they're willing to invest money to get to their desired situation, right? They're willing to trade the money that they worked for to go from here to here. That's basically all the business is, right? You're probably watching this video because you're not making money online right now, let's say, and you want to make money online. Or maybe you're already making money online, but you're not using YouTube and you want to learn how to use YouTube, right? It's always like this, right? So then when people ask like, what do I give away in the free and what do I give away in my paid offer? Well, you have a transformation then, right? If to go from here to here, you normally then have different steps that you need to go through, right? And so what I recommend that people do, right, is that you identify a transformation like this that people right now in the marketplace want to make. They want to make a certain transformation. And then what you do is that you can give away the first 2 steps for free. And then the rest of them you have to pay for, right? So this is a great way to build trust as well. Because now you also have YouTube over here, right? With even more free stuff. And then from here, you pitch your free resource that, hey, I know that you want to make this transformation. If you want me to help you to do that, I have a free course. Go and check it out. And then the big thing with this is that you have to make your free resource or your free course really, really good, right? You want to give the best stuff in the free course because what happens then is that, oh, I really like this individual's YouTube channel, right? And he also has a free course, and I really, really liked his free course. His free course was amazing. It even helped me to solve some of the problems that I have to go from here to here, right? So if the free stuff is really good, then people are thinking the paid stuff must be even better, right? And now you can then basically, you've gone through the free, and now you know that you have a yearly subscription, let's say, then you buy into the paid stuff because you've now started doing this transformation. You believe that this person you find on YouTube can help you to bridge this gap, and now you invest money to get the full solution, and you get more help and support than the full course, right? So this is basically how it works with a paid offer. So now the next thing I want to talk about, point number 4, or step number 4, is the conversion systems that we can use, right? Because now you know, we use YouTube, simple YouTube videos into a free resource, and then we can also have a paid offer, right? And you now also understand like what a marketplace is, right? That people are having current situation, they want to go to desired situations, and your YouTube channel are basically not creating traffic on YouTube, but you're getting some of that traffic that already exists. You bring them to you, you tell them that, hey, I'm solving one part of solution in this YouTube video. If you want a more step-by-step guide on how to solve it, check out my free resource. Then they start to see you as an authority because they see that you can help them, etc. Right? And now they're starting this transformation, and then you can then convert them from the free into the paid. But then the next question becomes like, how do you actually do that conversion, right? Like, how do you do it? Like, yeah, if people go through a free and then they go into a paid, do they just do that automatically? Or how do we get them to buy, right? So let's talk about that. So the first conversion system then, that is probably the most underrated one, but it's super powerful, is just using a very simple email automation and a newsletter, right? We talked a little bit about this before as well, but I used to ignore email for like the longest period of time, and it was costing me a lot of opportunities. But by just getting people, again, if we break this down, right? If we start to map this funnel out, we basically have YouTube, right? We bring this into free course, right? So we have something here that is free, $0. And then we bring them into something here that is costing money, right? So we have YouTube into a free resource, and here we use school. And we also use school for this, right? And the conversion from YouTube into school, this is normally pretty simple, right? So you can have, for example, in the video, you can just mention that you have a free course, right? You can also have like links in the description, or you can have link in comments, right? So you can pin this as well, right? This is normally how we just convert from YouTube into a free resource, right? It's very simple. It's like in the YouTube video, I tell you that, hey, if you want to learn more about how to start a YouTube channel or sell online courses the way I've done it, check out my free course. You'll find a link in the description, and you will find a link in the comment. Just go and check that out, right? So doing this conversion on YouTube is pretty simple. But then the question becomes, what do we do from our free course into our paid? Like, how do we actually make this sale, right? That shouldn't be a dollar sign. I'm so used to doing dollar signs. It should be a question mark, like that. So how do we do that conversion? And then first of all, as mentioned, email is really good. So email automations, meaning that every single time somebody joins your free school community, you can have a set of emails that go out, right? So you can have a day number 1, you send one email, and then a day number 2, you send another email, and then a day number 4, you send another one, day number 6, you send another one, right? So you just have like an email sequence here that can convert them, right? That's a great way to do it. And you can also have a newsletter, which is basically once per week, you're sending out a newsletter to your list, maybe with the YouTube videos that you've done for the week, or some wins in your community. You're showcasing like, hey, here's Anna who just joined our course last month, and she took action and she got these results, right? So using email for that is great. And here's also a cool thing, right? When people go from YouTube into your free school community, guess what? You're getting their email addresses. So you're building up your email list by getting them from YouTube into your free resource, your free school community or course, which is amazing. The next thing you can do is to do sales calls and also sending people DMs. Because a cool thing about Skool is that every single time somebody joins your free Skool community, you can now message them on the platform, and you can also send auto DMs here, right? So every single time somebody joins your free Skool community, you can send them a welcome DM. You can say, "Hi John, welcome to my free Skool community where I teach you how to start YouTube and sell online courses. If you have any questions, just let us know. If nothing else, go and get started with the free training. You can start here," right? So you can use auto DMs to promote whatever it is that you want to promote, right? And you can also promote sales calls, right? So when somebody joins your free, you can tell them that, hey, if you want some help to get started with this free course, you can book a call with our team, or you can book a call with you maybe in the beginning, right? So now they found you on YouTube, and now they can get a free call from you to get some more value from you, and then you can turn this call into sales calls to promote your paid, right? When I started doing those calls in my free community into the paid, I doubled my sales. I grew my paid Skool community all by myself to $55,000 per month in 2.5 months, I think it was. I started January 15th in middle March. So January, February, March, yeah, so 2.5 months-ish. 2 to 2.5 months. I took it from zero to over $55,000 per month. And I did that by basically just doing YouTube into a free course, telling people in my free course about my paid. And also what I did, which takes me to the next thing, I didn't do webinars, but I did posts. So in my free Skool community, you can create posts as well, which is another conversion strategy. And also in the actual course material in my free, I mentioned that I had a paid. So by just doing posts and doing an email automation and sending newsletter and having it in my course, I didn't even do the DMs, and I didn't do sales calls. I took it from zero to $55,000 per month. Then once we started doing the sales calls and some webinars and some DMs, we took it to peaked at $300,000 per month. Now we're just growing it consistently over time, right? And now I have a small team that helps me as well. But all by myself, just doing YouTube into a free course, also having a paid offer, sending some emails and doing some posts in my free Skool community and having a free course. I took it all by myself from zero to $55,000 per month in 2.5 months. That's pretty crazy. So this is basically the conversion system, and this is why Skool is so good when we want to do this. Now, the fifth and the final thing to turn a hobby into at least $10,000 per month or more is to scale and automate, right? So once you've done step 1 through 4, now you want to scale it and you want to automate it, right? And the best thing to scale and automate, if you ask me, when you start to generate some money, is to start to build like a lean team, right? And the team that I have right now is a very, very lean team. I have a sales team, right? So I have 2 people who take sales calls, right? Because I don't want to take calls myself. I want to create content and create content for YouTube, and I want to build out the product, right? Make the product better and talk with customers, right? So I've outsourced the sales to a team, right? So other people can take the sales calls. I also have a community manager. So somebody who helps me to look over the community, like what are people asking about? Like what are people need help with? Like all of these things, right? Then I also have a video editor, right? I have a really talented video editor who's making those videos right now, who helped me to edit the videos because I can record them and then he can edit them and he can publish them. And he's also a social media manager as well, right? So whenever, he edit the video, he can post the video, he can do all of these things, right? Which saves me a lot of time. And then finally, you can also have somebody who helps you with the copywriting. Initially, I wrote all of the emails myself, right? But then I basically hired somebody who could help me with the emails, and which is really, really good. Also, another great thing that you can do to scale and automate is to leverage something called retargeting, or rather retargeting ads, right? And the cool thing about retargeting ads is, and also we can talk about software in a sec as well, but retargeting ads basically work like this, right? So let's say again that you have your YouTube here, right? YouTube videos, and you have your free community here, and then you have your paid here, right? So as soon as somebody comes to watch a YouTube video like this, like I'm gonna retarget you right now, by the way. So the reason why you're gonna see my ads now, if this is the first time you see me, after this video today, you're gonna start seeing ads. And this is because of this, and here's how it works. So think about it like as a bucket like this, right? Here's a bucket. And every single time you watch my YouTube video, as you did right now, right? I can place you in my little bucket here, right? And over time, what happens is that more and more people start to get placed in this bucket, right? So if you get 1,000 views on a YouTube video, now I have 1,000 people in here. If I get 1,000 views per video and I post one video per week, now I have 4,000 people in here, and so on and so forth, right? So it scales. And then what I can do is that I can use this bucket, or audience as it's called, and then I can show them retargeting ads to my paid offer. And also, if somebody comes from YouTube to my free course here, I can also put them into my bucket. Or if they maybe come from X, right? Or maybe if they come from TikTok, or maybe they come from email, whatever it is, right? Email, whatever it is, all of those places when they come and visit my free course, right? Or my paid one for that matter as well. As soon as they interact with my business anywhere online, for my school communities or my YouTube channel, I can save them in this bucket. And then I can show them an ad and retarget them back to this one. And then I can also track the sales, which is really good. So I can see that for every $1 that I spent, right, I make $5 back, which is called ROAS, or return on ad spend. So I can track this as well. So this is an amazing way to scale very effectively and very cheaply as well, because retargeting ads are the most powerful type of paid advertising that you can do, because you're only showing ads to people who already know who you are, right? Because you've already shown them value on a YouTube channel, right? Very powerful stuff. And then the final thing that you can do, right, is software. So as you start to scale and you want to automate more stuff, you can leverage AI and softwares to just take it to that next level as well, right? But that's a little bit out of the scope of this video, but that's stuff that I cover inside of my paid program as well. So if that is something that you're interested in, again, you will find a link below this video and you can go and check out our program. We have a free training there. And if you feel like you're a good fit for working with us, you can also book a call with my team, and I will personally make sure that we hook you up with a specialist on what we do, and we will help you out, and we'll see you there. Let's go.